This is Dr. Paul Aaron, and this is Dr. Paul Gabrielson. So we were talking about the low-level laser or cold laser and talking about why that works. Well, with a scientist such as Paul is, and with my interest as a doctor, we got into this interesting discussion. So, what happens with the laser is that it goes into the mitochondria, and it goes into other cells as well, but it's really in the mitochondria that it has its real use. So we talked about, where did the mitochondria come from?
Yeah, so the mitochondria were once, historically, in ancient times.
Yes.
We're talking 1 billion years ago or
Right,
so.
of course.
Were free-living bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
And then those free-living bacteria got taken up into a cell with a membrane that had a nucleus. And essentially, those started as, unicellular, the first unicellular eukaryotic organisms.
Mm.
And then other free-living bacteria that did photosynthesis were taken up, and those became the plastids or the chloroplasts in the plant lineage.
Right, so we have these mitochondria in our bodies. I don't know the answer to this. I don't know if you do either, but do they move around in our bodies at all now?
No, the
They're
mitochondria
in each cell,
are
right?
in each cell.
Right.
That's right.
That's what's my understanding.
Yes, exactly. And they can, they can move around in the cells,
Mm-hmm.
just by probably fluid dynamics.
Sure. And I understand that we have almost as much mitochondrial DNA in the human body as we do have human DNA. Now, we have more bacterial DNA, but the mitochondrial itself has that much DNA.
Yes, so the mitochondria has the DNA that would have been the DNA of the free-living bacterium when that. So the mitochondria can replicate. They can reproduce themselves, but they're under the control of the nucleus.
So really, they're no longer parasites, which they were when we came out of the primordial waters onto the land.
I don't know that you would necessarily call it parasitic.
Okay.
But that's an interesting question.
Okay. Well, we'll have to resolve this on another video sometime.
How that started out.
Yeah, but it really is interesting how important they are in our body. So,
yeah.
If they're anything at all now, they're symbiotes, and you call them
exactly.
endosymbiotic.
That's right. Yeah.
Right?
So this is the theory of endosymbiosis. That's right.
Which is how the mitochondria function for us by creating ATP,
right?
Adenosine triphosphate, which allows our muscles to work. But then the next step, and is enhanced by the laser, is that it then uses the ATP to modify our nitrous oxide, which is used everywhere in the body, the brain, the muscles, everything uses nitrous oxide.
Yeah, that's the part I don't know about.
Okay, that's
That'll
my
be interesting.
Okay. Well, this has been a lot of fun. And then over here we have Dr. Alexandrea Lyon. And what did you hear? It's a whole different way of thinking about it.
I went to a lecture on laser probably 10 years ago, and they were talking about the laser being the light of a healthy cell. And so you're shining the light of a healthy cell into your cells. And so supposedly then your cell would get a boost. It would begin to be more like a healthy cell. So it would not be in pain, not be inflamed. It would return more to being a healthy cell.
Well, thank you all very much. And I look forward to our next episode. Bye now.